Well, I guess don't delete your ride mid-operation, otherwise your guests will be stuck. They are stuck up there. They've been up there for a few minutes in this beautiful semicircle formation. Maybe they're being abducted? I don't know. But they do seem pretty happy about the situation. Hey, Planet Coaster 2 friends, and welcome back to another video. I'm BozzyBuilds, and if you're new here, I'm meticulously recreating my hometown of Eureka Springs, Arkansas in Planet Coaster 2. I thought if I can't visit it whenever I want, I might as well build my own digital version, right? Makes perfect sense. Today, we're tackling our first flat ride. This is where things will get kind of interesting because we're going to start laying down some serious UFO theming and design, which is all very Eureka Springs inspired. We'll start with some Google imaging to show where we're exactly located and what I'm inspired by. Hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the video, and let's get started. Alright, so we've built behind me on the street so far, and we've done this limestone wall on the right hand side up to a trailhead. There's a staircase. We've also built this brick shop here on the right hand side. I haven't done the interiors of these buildings yet, but I have done these shops and the ones on the corner here. And then this food shop here, and then the staircase that's right next to it will lead up. And that's where I'm gonna put my first flat ride, is peeking up over those buildings. And yeah, I'm really excited, so let's get to building. But real quick, a PSA. All creations are loosely based in reality. Inaccuracies may occur. Artistic liberties will be applied. Okay, what a busy building week. I am finally starting to catch up to sort of a live release since I started the series with several pre-recorded videos. So it's really nice to have more real-time engagement with you all. I appreciate the feedback so far, so please keep it all coming. It makes the whole experience even that much more enjoyable. So getting started this week, I have a few flat ride ideas I want to implement in the nearby Spring Street area. But I think the spot behind our storefronts will be the perfect first ride location, and it'll help me gain a solid roadmap of what I want for this area behind the stores, which I want to get more creative with than what exists in real life. I believe that behind the stores is a small parking lot and a road with a few homes, but I'm going to go ahead and nix the parking lot and replace it with our much more exciting Collision flat ride. And I don't know what's for certain what the real design name is of the ride. It could be Collision, I don't know. But it's a high-speed circular ride that raises to a 90-degree angle and turns guests upside down before returning to the ground level. And I chose this as my first flat ride because I specifically remember being about 9 years old, and this was the first kind of thrill ride, any inversion I ever went on. The Zulu at Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, Missouri. And it's still there, I believe. I just remember feeling so brave, y'all. Going upside down was really a big deal for me at that point in my life. And I think it was definitely the start of my ride obsession, for sure. So as an ode to that, here it is. I'm going to build it. And I'm giving it a bit of a cosmic theme, I've decided. And I'm going to try to blend the typical elements of Eureka with this idea that I have. So bear with me. Eureka has been known to be a UFO hotspot, most notably back in the late 19th century and throughout the 40s through the 60s. And that history is pretty well preserved within this culture of Eureka. Tributes and little odes are scattered here and there, especially throughout artwork, and there's even the Ozark Mountain UFO Conference, which is held in the town every year in the spring. I decided I wanted to make this a sort of mysterious structure built at the time of the town's original stone paving. I don't want it to be like rumored to be an old landing spot for UFOs and like a sort of extraterrestrial sacred place where humans and aliens would possibly connect and foster some sort of relationship until this new world emerged. I don't know. And today it's treated like an urban legend, and this ride exists as like tribute to it. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Well, it does in my head, and I'm liking the way it's coming together, so I decided to use more of the limestone pieces to fill out the structure on this back bluff, and I love incorporating structures into the terrain, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. I try to use the stone in a very basic, kind of primitive way, like just a couple covered sections on the path, but nothing too much. And I eventually use the pieces to form a little bit of a saucer shape along the ride entrance path, just half of the ride, with some circular view hole windows, just to kind of allude to a UFO in the slightest. And the archways were really fun to build, probably the least authentic aspect of my Eureka theme. I can't think of a ton of archways, but I like them, and I like them here, and I will definitely be saving these, as well as those window walls for future builds. I don't know, I think the archways kind of just give it a little bit more mystery. The town has a lot of stonework, so this is definitely an exaggerated element of the park, but I think down the line, if they add more sci-fi elements to the game, I will update this theming a bit. Not with structure, but maybe with some more just sci-fi features, which at the time of this recording, we already know we have received a roadmap from Frontier telling us our general skeleton of updates that we will be receiving in the upcoming months. And as my channel grows, I do plan on doing more like designated, timely video responses to the news that we get from Frontier, but for now, focused on building and just kind of grasping the general gist of YouTube creation, but I will definitely be getting to that. Regardless, I'm very excited for the custom video banners that they announced for next month. I will definitely be putting up a sign at the top of these stairs when entering that says the story and lore of the ride once I kind of get that established. I will say now, though, that I am so looking forward to the possibility of the original themes and elements from the first game being put into this game. That would just greatly amplify the experience and honestly save this game from a lot of criticism it has gotten. Personally, I'm somebody who almost enjoys the limited resources to build from. It can give me, more use of my creative muscles, but I definitely know as someone who was once a first-time builder, it can be so difficult and daunting to try and be original with such few pieces. I think adding in the original themes would allow people so much more creative control, and also I just think that ability is properly due for such a highly anticipated sequel. I don't know. But if it does end up being implemented, you can betcha I will be putting some UFOs in here somewhere and having the pathway circle the entirety of the ride. I don't know. I just try to keep this UFO shape throughout the whole thing. And then I had the entrance all the way at the far end, so the guests would have to revolve around and get a full view of the ride before getting on. And I also want the ride to be accessible from the opposite side, whatever ends up being over there. Definitely some sort of path of some sort. But to add some public flow, I put a small veered path that will continue down the way. And I may put houses or other definitely some detailed nature down there, but that'll be to be determined. I don't entirely know what it looks like back here behind the storefronts down the wall facade in real life, but I decided I wanted to create a public space of sorts. I was gonna use it as a back alley for the shops with some dumpsters, and I might have one of those tucked away here or there, but I kind of like having the idea of using it as an extended public space where maybe the back of the shops lead out here and there can be tables and pretty lights and maybe a bonfire or something. I don't know. I love the idea of watching the people just relaxing, cozy, tucked away underneath this giant facade of this ride. Also, I thought I could create a little restaurant space maybe, or even, I don't know, a wedding venue out of this area. Attached to one of the future buildings that are down that line. I don't know. I do want to put some sort of wedding venue somewhere because Eureka's full of them, and I don't know. I will decide and work on that section down there at a later time when I finish up those shop interiors. So later in this episode, I also work on the coaster trailhead to the right of our main staircase that comes up. I started trailhead, and I was gonna get a good start on our trail that goes up the mountain to our future coaster station. But I realized that starting this trailhead and looking at the terrain underneath the coaster, this is going to take me a very long time to chisel out. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to look so sweet. I'm like this nice tree-shaded path weaving its way up the mountain under the coaster. But I will save that for a future episode or tour, because that will be a lot of tedious work. I mean, all of this is honestly tedious work. The footage is sped up and I cut it to kind of create a more pleasurable experience. But man, the amount of work that goes into some of these projects is so hard to grasp sometimes. But we love it. It's what we do. So instead of doing the full trail, I decided to connect our trailhead to the trail point behind our lodging units and finish detailing back up in there. It really does start to give this like enchanted forest vibe under the coaster, and I can't wait to get to detailing all the rest of that. I really want to do some basic guided tours ASAP, but I mean, honestly, it's my bad. I'm sorry guys, I have to refigure my setup at home. My current workspace where my computer monitor is, where I build, play, is all in a room with honestly the worst acoustics, and recording just doesn't work very well. Just the way the living situation is. So I've been doing my voiceovers separately in my cozy living room where I can really harness the sound and make it sound just some semi-decent. I guess I could short my quality of voice for a tour, but I really don't want to. So I am currently on a problem-solving mission to figure out how I can give more live showcases of the work, because I realize the more I'm making these videos, tours are the way I want to be doing this. It would just be so much easier to show you guys, and fun too. Probably just need to bite the bullet and buy a rug, some foam, and a better mic. But I think I'll first attempt a pre-recorded tour and then narrate thereafter. See how that goes. I think the next video will either be a short walking tour of what's been done so far, what is planned, and then also get you all started on my Planet Zoo creation. I am so stoked for this. I have this giant tropical sanctuary going on, and I need to share it and get ideas on it. And I also want to so bad to start doing 2 videos a week, but I just don't have that in my schedule at the moment. 2 videos would really just cut me too thin, and I don't know. I am really trying to harness and optimize my workflow. Each video gets faster and better, so possibly I can make that a reality. But because we have so much to do. I mean, I gotta get started on the trail. I gotta detail all this nature and the mountain. And I want to do some more tutorials about nature and just doing wide landscapes, because that is my joy. And then I got the coaster station at the top. And I can't wait to show you my concept for that. Connect the path, get some guests in those coaster seats. And then we have those shop interiors down here on the main street, which, not gonna lie, is probably gonna be a serious challenge for me, but I'm really into it. So, yeah, that and so much more. So, thank you all so much to those that have subscribed. If you haven't yet, please do it. Hit that button. And especially thank you to those that are giving feedback. I especially recently have just been craving feedback on my material, just my general output, and I'm definitely open to criticism and want to know what you all like, don't, and what you want to see more of. So seriously, chime in. I am going on a small vacation here in the next week, but I think my pre-recorded plan will work in my favor, and I won't have to take any time off from here. I'll be doing nothing on a beach for 3 days, which has been a long time coming. And then I'm coming home for some hard grind. So anyways, I hope you all are having a fantastic week. And for those of you still here, thank you so much for watching. I think I'll leave you here with the time lapse. I'm going to go finish packing, and I will catch you all in next week's episode. Take care.
you